Welcome to Sweden. Just over there is Stockholm Arlanda Airport, and it's about 20 minutes away from Stockholm city centre itself. During the early hours of the morning, I got myself a flight, made my way up the highway out of the airport, and then I came to this little patch of forest next to the lake and set up on this observation deck. I haven't slept much, as you can imagine. It's really loud, but it was just nice to rest. So I'm gonna make my way back to the airport, get the bus and the train to the start point of this adventure in Mora, which is central southern Sweden roughly. I'll make my way to Mora, take a little bus to Salen or Salen, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. That's where I slept last night. Right next to the bin. Got a flight landing right there. Make my way down to the airport. Let's start this adventure. Finally made it. So just below in that valley is a small village called Salen. It took me about 6 hours to get here, but I'm so glad I am. In the winter months, this is covered in snow, just like most of Sweden. But this is well known for a ski resort, really. As you can see, right on top, ski slopes, just forest, wild forest everywhere. I'm just heading out of it and heading into the wild. These are just the last few homes. I thought I'd show you what gear I'm carrying on this trip. Quickly though, it's just about to rain. Waterproofs, a waterproof backpack cover, electrics, bag, got my tent, poles, water, food for about 2.5 days. Same with that. Got my quilt, it's getting wet. Waterproof bag to put everything in. Passport, hat, which I won't be needing, not a sun hat. Got my sleeping pad, water filter, mosquito net, cup, and then just spare clothes, hydration tabs, and then just wash kit. And that is pretty much it. Really simple, and just whatever I'm wearing right now. You know, what's great about Sweden is they have a law called Allemansstratten, which allows people of Sweden to camp on their land. And I'm guessing it allows visitors too. I'm hoping to take advantage of it. But it's like in Scotland as well, like the camping laws. You can pretty much camp wherever you want as long as it's not private property, which is great. So it gives you that peace of mind. You can literally camp anywhere you want, pretty much. So I'm very happy about that. The contrast of the air quality from now here to right next to the airport, it is night and day. Like, I woke up, well, I didn't wake up because I barely slept, but you know, once I was fully awake, my lungs, both of them felt like they collapsed because of all the jet fuel I was inhaling. Not good, but here it's pristine wilderness air. You cannot beat it. I'm just gonna try flush my lungs from all that jet fuel. Tell you what though, it was a good view. I woke up to some planes just taking off, landing. I get why people do it, it's actually quite good. Might be a new hobby of mine soon. But I best be loud when I'm in the forest. You know what's coming. The usual suspects, wolf, bear. But there's a new one on the list in Sweden, and it's elk. Sweden's largest mammal, growing up to 700 kgs. I am in for a treat just on the side on the hedgerow. I'm pretty sure they are lingonberries. So these red berries, if you've ever been to IKEA, you get like lingonberry jam or like a sauce kind of thing. And they have it all over Scandinavia. I can't say I've ever had it in IKEA either, so. Oh, it's just like a raspberry. It's just like tart, sweet. Just a berry. That's quite nice. That's really refreshing. Look at the top half of the trees where it goes from the normal colour to orange. And it looks like the top half of the trees are being lit up by the sun. Sun rising. But it's not at all. And no sooner I'm out of just the wilderness that smells of beautiful pine into some kind of quarry or road construction site. Yeah, it's a bit of a quarry. Stinks of oil, kerosene, just dirty human scum. The ultimate contrast. That is the sound of bliss. Got one bird just making a slight noise in the distance. Over there near the swamp. I think it's like a small lake. The rain's coming down slightly, but not enough to put any waterproofs on. It's really warm actually. I thought that was an elk, a giant elk. It's not, it's just an upturned tree root. It looks like there's some kind of cabin in the distance just over there. Let's go check it out. It's like a cabin with firewood, a fire pit, and a cooking rack, shelter. Yeah, it's got so much graffiti and charcoal. May as well put my name with charcoal. Oh, it's broke. As I left Solent then, I actually got myself some reindeer sticks, I'm pretty sure they were called. First time trying reindeer. Let's go. That's good. It's like beef and pork mixed together, and it's like slightly caramelized with some spices. It's really good. Such a good snack for like on the go. Protein, fat, lightweight, high calories. And the sun's coming out. The mosquitoes are out too. I was just sitting down in the shack and it's about 10 over my leg. Feasting on my blood. There are so many mushrooms growing. Perfect conditions. It's wet, warm, and slightly shaded, so you've got them growing all over. I keep seeing mounds just like that all over the place, and I'm pretty sure it's like an ant's nest or some kind of bug's nest. They use the needles from the trees. That's pretty cool. Or maybe termites even, I don't know. I don't want to set up camp on one, that's for sure. I stepped on this little guy. It's a snake. It is a snake. Is that an adder? I really think that's an adder, yeah. That's the first ever adder I've seen, you know. Okay, mate. Wow, listen to it. That's only small. That might be a female or a male, I don't know. Some have brown on the back, but we have this in the UK, the only venomous. It may not even be an adder, but that's so cool. I'll leave him alone or her. I just found a cabin And there's like a area where you can maybe set a tent up. I don't know. There's not much light left, maybe 40 minutes. The way I'm heading is over there, and that's quite built up. There's quite a few cabins that way, so I'm gonna give this a try, see if anyone's here. This is a lodging cabin for hikers only. Hello. Oh, it's like a traditional Scandinavian cabin. Wow. It's got beds, stove. It's even got solar to charge your stuff with. What? It's got a light. This is amazing. This is beautiful. It's so well maintained. Like actual hand carved with an axe. This is beautiful. I even see it on the outside too. You got like traditional way of, I don't know what that's called, I forgot the name of it, but it's a packet to stop the draft coming in. With like leaves and moss. That's so cool. Alright, well, not much sunlight left, and it's the perfect place. So I'm gonna get myself a bunk. I think I've got this place all to myself, so yeah. Here we go. Just behind the cabin, it's even got its own outhouse. This is so Scandinavian. This is just, you could not picture a better place. Next to a lake, a red cabin with an outhouse at the back of it. I was just shutting the door and I got swarmed by lots of wasps, and there's a huge nest right there. Whoa, I'm not using that. There's even a firewood shed with a saw, an axe there. I'm gonna try not to chop my foot off, so here we go. Yes. Now that's way better. It's taking the chill out of the air. Just sorting my food out for the next few days. I'm taking out of the wrappers and the bags, and I'll put that in a rubbish bin, and I'll transfer all my food into Ziplocs. That way I can see what it is. It's just easier. Cuts down on bulk and weight. So, yeah, high calorie, easy foods. And these were great. I found them in the store. Just cookies and caramel, peanut caramel, like protein bars. They taste great. They taste absolutely amazing, actually. And just some Swedish chocolate. So it really doesn't get 100% dark in summer in Northern Europe. It's always like this. It's like just slightly darker than this, and then it's 11 p.m. So it doesn't get fully dark. Scandinavia is known as the land of the midnight sun, especially if you go further north. I could my vision's fine. I could literally walk in this. 11 p.m. Wow. You cannot beat a fire at night. In here, I'd say it's about 21 degrees Celsius. Outside is about 9, so it's perfect. Just enough and the right amount of heat to get to sleep. I've got a proper bed with a mattress. Man, so fortunate to have stumbled across this beautiful cabin. Stuff like this always happens. I don't know why. I always feel lucky, but like, at what point does it stop being luck and just, I don't know. I seem to get a lot of it, that's for sure. But hey, I'll keep having it. Keep it coming, please. Good morning. I slept great. So it was blowing a gale outside, but I think it's slowed down a little bit. But it's not raining, so I'm happy. Just gonna tidy my stuff up, give the cabin a little bit of a brush, and then set off for the day. Thank you, cabin. What a place. There's a sign here for water, so, oh yeah, there's a tap just over there. Oh, it's even electrified. I'm guessing it just draws it from the freshwater lake itself and then filters it. Happy with that. Oh yeah, nice and cold. It's like I'm in the middle of some kind of apocalypse. Trees are just destroyed to the left and the right. The cloud and the rain. Something creepy about that sign, the way it's written. Waterproofs have gone on. It's been raining on and off for about an hour. Nothing heavy, but just enough to get you wet. There's just a slight breeze going past. There are no birds, no people, no vehicles, nothing. Just listen. All of these bushes in this forest are bilberry bushes. To the left and to the right. About a month ago, maybe 2, it would have been full. There's still quite a few, but this would have been heaving with berries. Just perfect to pick. I've never seen this many in one spot. Oh, at first I thought that was like a bear scratching tree, but it's not, luckily. It's just where the bark's starting to peel. When I talk about this place being just swamp and marshland, lots of bog, this is it. You do not want to fall in there. That will go down probably at least 6 feet. Whew. The rain's coming down a lot heavier now. Just have a look. They cut a strip right through the forest for miles and miles to erect the power lines, and it just goes on as far as the eye can see. I can hear in the distance like machinery, unless it's forest workers that way. That is a huge machine. The size of them tyres. I'm guessing there's some kind of logging place up the road. some forestry workers just through there. That's what I could hear, the engines. Maybe there's a road too. I think I'm just gonna follow the road, see where it takes me. This is Mansbadana. Officially only has one resident. Most of the year it is abandoned with just shacks like this. There's actually a kiosk there. And during the winter, the ski race actually comes through this little, I don't even call it a village. A few houses dotted around. And it gets really busy for 1 week of the year during winter. But now, it's just me and maybe that one person. There's a main road there. You get some trucks going past. But I'm just taking shelter in one of these little huts. There's a fire pit there. There's some like wood there. So if I wanted to, I could just stop here, but I'm gonna keep walking for a few more hours just to get the miles in. That is one long trail. And it just keeps going. The area we're in can get down to a temperature of minus 40 degrees Celsius. Minus 40. Oh. Now it's just a nice 14 degrees Celsius. Pretty warm in comparison. When I think of Sweden in like the backcountry, in the countryside, these are the sort of houses and cabins I imagine. Really picturesque. Just up there is another cabin. As I skip over this puddle. I'll see if it's open. It's open. Oh wow. It's just fully stocked with firewood. These are so cool. It's a roll mat even. Comfortable. Okay, I'm just gonna weigh out my options. I might stay here. Okay. First I'm gonna get some food because I'm so hungry. Got the fire going nice and hot. I will warm this place up in no time. It's a lot smaller than the other cabin I was in. There's just something about making a fire really primitive, and I just feel so accomplished every time I see that flame go. Yeah, not too shabby. I've made my mind up. I'm staying here tonight while I'm in Sweden, in Scandinavia. Stuff like this is really common, whereas the rest of the world, it just isn't. So I'd do myself a disservice if I didn't stay. So I'm going to stay here. I would take this view any day of the week, even though it's raining right now. That's home for the night. Can't believe the sun has finally decided to come out. It's pretty much the same setup as the last cabin. You've got the woodshed, the outhouse at the back, the chimney going. This whole area is just pure marsh, swamp, bog, you name it. It's very wet. So summer's pretty much the only time you can come here and do this kind of stuff. Well, hike anyway. Because during autumn, lots of rain and it begins to freeze, so it's just a short time period, and I'm so glad I get to experience it. Come outside for a sec just before going to bed and look how creepy this is. Got the forest with the fog and the moonlight.
Good morning. I slept amazing. The sun has just come up, so I'm gonna set off soon. Whoa, what a sleep. Okay, let's see what today brings. The sun is finally out. I'm gonna sit right here and just take it in. The first bit of proper sun I've had in 3 days. So, priority is water. I have just a little drop. I'm heading up that way, but can't see any signs or refill places. What a beautiful little spot. So yesterday, I'll be honest, I wasn't feeling very well. I was a bit under the weather. Yes, drinking water at last. I really don't appreciate the sun enough during the summer. After not having it for 3 days or so, it really makes a difference. Just, you can feel the energy it gives you. Just being in the sun for 15-20 minutes, you feel revitalized. Well, I do anyway. You don't feel so trapped in the cloud beneath it. There's a whole different world out there. All that blue sky just changes the whole complexion, the mood. It is a life. You know, I would honestly sleep in one of those, one of the big ones. Huge drains, they use for road building. If it was just going dark, I would happily just get in there. Coming into a settlement called Eversberg. So this is one of them times where I wish it was just old-fashioned and you could walk in with cash, but it's an electronic store and you can only get a passcode using the app, which kind of sucks, and I can't use it because you need to be verified and it takes a day or two. So LIFVS, lifts, just not doable. It's a small village with nothing in it, nothing's open, so gonna have to make my way to the next town and then hopefully I can resupply there. I'm taking this long, busy road. Well, right now it's not too busy, but there are lots of lorries and cars trying to pass, so gotta stay on the side and hopefully there'll be some shops open. Got a Coke, kebab meat. This looks so good. Look at all them peppers and just over there I've got some groceries, but first I'm going to tuck into this. Just have a look at that building. It's got like the Viking kind of ship. I don't know what is it, like a dragon or a monster, some kind of thing. It looks so cool on there though. Close to getting back onto the trail now after that long diversion to resupply. It sounds good to just say that. All this road walking, my feet, they're feeling it, but it just feels good to stretch my legs, breathe in the fresh air and make my way through just the Swedish wilderness, the forest. It's everything I imagine and better. This is a cool little bridge over this fast flowing, really wild river. So this is Oxburg Railway, and on all the modern maps, wait, this looks like private property, I don't know, but there's a railway line right here, and part of it looked used, part of it looks just absolutely overgrown and disused. And I could have followed this all the way instead of taking a road. Yeah, it's absolutely disused, isn't it? So this was an old station back in the day. As you can see, disused. And I could have followed these trails. Wow. That's the bridge right up there. It goes on and on and on. Oxburg. What a cool little station that is. Well, at least I know now. And that's what it looked like back in the day, in 1900. A thriving community it looked like, and now it's just pretty overgrown. We have the Swedish flag flying high. Time to top up the vitamin C. Get some lingonberries. These are so nice too. Full of goodness. I am astonished how quickly my body has recovered from the head cold and the sore throat. Usually it takes a couple of days to get rid of. We've all had it. But my body has fought it so good. I think it's the fresh air and you know, the berries. And maybe just the exercise, getting out in the, you know, the open air. But I am very happy. Now this is more like it. Got a lake. You got the open shelter. Let's have a look. If there's enough room to get my tent under, that would be great. These are just... I am mind blown with all of this. What a great view. This is camp for the night then. Just started to rain properly now as well. So timing was perfect. I was just about to sleep under here without the tent. And then I stopped for just a few seconds and mosquitoes started to swarm me. So yeah, I'm glad I've got a tent. Keep the mosquitoes away. And it's just nice to be out in the open air. You can feel the breeze. That's my sort of thing. When I resupplied before then, this is what I got. So for breakfast, a banana with some blueberries. For snacks, I got a Choco protein bar with some chili nuts. Cured meat, you can find this anywhere in the world. They will always sell it and it lasts a long time in your pack. Bread, some kind of flatbread, Swedish flatbread. And yeah, it's cheap, lasts a long time, and it just gives you some good calories while you're out in the hills, the mountains, the forest. It's my go-to really. Oh, that bread is so good. How can bread be so good? What? Have a look at the size of these antlers. Huge elk. I'm guessing they're elk. Or deer. The weather though, it's raining again. It was raining through the night. I slept well. Lots of mosquitoes around. Just come across this water pump that this community used from 1401, 600 odd years ago. And they stopped using it in 2000. That's cool. Following the main road, parallel to the abandoned railway line just there. Oh, the train line isn't abandoned. Good job I didn't walk on it. Welcome to Mora. Finally here. Stopped raining, slightly windy. Gonna head into the centre, have a look around. Man, the wind has gotten up. There's a lake over there which I'm heading to in a minute, but this is the official start and finish point depending on which direction. So it's only right, I touch it. That's a huge arch. What a beautiful little place. In winter this place comes alive. All these little shacks. See all the country's flags, which are great at Nordic skiing and just skiing in general. All the Nordic countries, Switzerland, France, Germany. Man, that wind is so crazy. Oof. It's refreshing, that's for sure. Instead of the humid, just forest. It's nice to get some fresh air. You know the drill. Look at this abomination. I've noticed in Sweden that there's like a Turkish influence with all the kebabs and stuff like that. So I just had to. I needed something high calorie and this stood out. Fries, chips, whatever you want to call them, doner meat on a pizza. This looks like calorie heaven. It's raining again. I'm just under this little area outside of a petrol station. I don't mind. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Man, I feel 100 times better. I had a quick wash and the doner and fry pizza went down a treat. My levels have been replenished. I was probably at near zero. My morale was quite low, I will be honest. But it's topped up to 100 now, so I'm ready to explore more. I'll be catching a train back into Stockholm near the airport. I'll end up camping there tonight in the same spot, and then I'll probably end up taking the train into Stockholm city centre and I'll explore there. But Mora is a cool place, but tomorrow awaits Stockholm, so let's go. Welcome to Stockholm. With a population of just under 1 million. It's pretty unique because it's known as an island city. It's lots of groups of little islands connected by bridges, which creates the city of Stockholm. It's got its own vibe. It is quintessentially Swedish. It's not like the big metropolitan cities you see all over the world. It's got its own just twist. The buildings, the architecture, the people, They're just truly Swedish, and I love it. I really do. I've just had a look around and I've had some food which was absolutely amazing. I made my way out the city over the bridge. It's quite a flat city, so just found this rocky outcrop and I got it to myself. It's still morning, so it's not too busy. Down there you got the runners, got the river. Man, Sweden was absolutely brilliant. I've always wanted to use these Scandinavian style huts, and the fact that, you know, you can just pay a small fee if you want to. You can actually use them for free, but it's best just to support them. So I've ticked it off my bucket list, and it did not disappoint. The fact you can just on the trail, there are like berries growing everywhere. That is probably my favorite thing about Scandinavia, Sweden. So wild. The trees, absolutely amazing. The fresh air. Man, where do I start? So usually I take back a stone to remind me of the place, but Sweden, it has lots of trees, so I've taken just a little twig. Yeah, it's just something to remind me of Sweden. But this is it. The trail was brilliant. My legs are going to thank me for stopping the bottoms of my feet because it was so flat. It really does ache them. But it was all worth it. It was all worth it. I really do hope to come back to Sweden one day. Maybe up north, I don't know, but yeah, it's, you got to be wise enough sometimes to know you're living in your dream, and I think I'm in the middle of it. To do this, I'm so lucky. Sweden, hopefully I'll be back. Thank you. Until next time.